The following video was made by Diana Boston or Sal Polani. It was flagged for hate speech and removed from YouTube after less than 30 views on its initial upload. This video is not hate speech, it is simply somebody who is responding to accusations that have been made against them and defending herself. Please mirror for free speech.
Video I don't want to do, it's a drama video and I resent most often doing them. Especially about people directly.
So, Eopyk, you claim to hate drama? Well, let's examine this lie. I'm going to expose just how much you love drama and stalking people I'm friends with and PMing them.
So, according to Diana, I spend my days checking her friends list or subscribers or newly subscribers, etc. to mail them how much Diana sucks, and that I asked for more critical analysis.
No, you did not ask for critical analysis of anything, as I'm about to show. You and your friends Divinity, BobChaos, Baronessa Returns, and a whole slew of you have been following me around on and off this site for over a year. In April of 2009, a user named Grishno, who is trans, made a video about a pharmacy in Canada that would only serve women-born women. In this video, Grishno made this remark, and I'm paraphrasing, "I am much more of a woman than cis women because I had to fight to be a woman." You can see the low bar for the videos. Now, many women took issue with that video, but it was my comment that Divinity, BobChaos, Eopyk, and their friends, including Rosskay under 2 sock accounts, decided to focus in on and state that I was some transphobe. Meanwhile, several women-born women were offended by Grishno's video. Here's one comment by a cis woman. It says, "But it came across like you were being venomous towards GG or cis women. I hope my first assessment is the right one, because I don't think suffering is what makes a woman or a man. It is a mass of things. Plus, it would be presumptuous to assume that you have gone through more than a faceless collective cis group. I don't think you've gone through more than Indian little girls who get killed because they're girls, with it being a miracle for them to make it to adulthood, or Middle Eastern women." And here's another comment by a lesbian woman called Femme Avenger. "Genetic butch women have to fight every day of their lives to be recognized as a woman. Thanks to militant trans politics, butch women are finding it even harder to be seen as the women they are, because due to gender queerdom and trans men and FTMs that co-opt butch identity. So please educate yourself about the realities of the experiences of the grand diversity of women-born women and cut the pity Olympics because you have no idea of what butch women go through." Grishno received much criticism for the remarks made in that first video, so Grishno made a second video trying to explain and justify the first one. The second video, made in March of 2010, Grishno actually admits the video was worded improperly in this comment. "I did word it poorly, and I've been commenting back to people nearly every week since that video was put out clarifying my position, which is why I went ahead and made a whole video dedicated to clarifying my opinion on a couple of these things." To which I replied, "Erin," which is Grishno's name, "I can appreciate your struggle, as I hope you can appreciate mine as a cis woman. This pharmacy that you talk about is a stone's throw away from my apartment. Our neighborhood has specific issues that make it necessary to have a cis woman pharmacy. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. If you would like to have a trans pharmacy, do you think cis women would protest it? Probably not. Just understand that there are specific community factors that make this kind of pharmacy necessary." This video was the start of Eopyk and Divinity's little trolls following me around accusing me of being a transphobe. Notice how there are other comments by other women, but they chose to go after me. Why? Because they want the few radical feminists to be run off this site. They don't want any opposition. They've had chance after chance to dialogue, but instead they make drama and personal attacks. Eopyk admitted in his video that he's been watching me and my comments as well as my friends' comments and subs for at least a year, going back to Grishno's video. Here's the screenshot taken from Eopyk's own video that shows exactly when he started stalking me and giving me what he calls critical analysis. My first true knowledge of Eopyk's harassment and stalking my friends and subs and comments was on a video by my friend Harvey. This is when Eopyk had to be warned to stop commenting to me inappropriately. The link to Harvey's comment section is in the low bar. It wasn't long after that my friend Harvey started receiving PMs from Eopyk. The first PM Harvey received was dated October 27th of 2010. Then Harvey responded and told Eopyk very nicely to back off and stop with the comment stalking of me on his video. Eopyk didn't take the hint. He continued to send PMs to Harvey. Here's Eopyk's next message dated November 28th, 2010. It's a long message full of hatred, stalking, and drama. No critical analysis to be found. The next one was received on December 4th, 2010. And then another one on December 4th, 2010. Then again on January 8th, 2011. And then again on January 10th. Here's Eopyk in the final message just a few days ago, getting scared that he will be exposed as the creepy stalker he is. He emails Harvey to make sure that none of the messages full of Eopyk's critical analysis weren't shared, otherwise it would expose him. In Eopyk's drama video, he says he only contacted people to find out their opinion or to give this so-called critical analysis. This is an outright lie, as I've just exposed his crusade. All of these PMs will be uploaded to a site which I will link in the low bar. However, these PMs did not stop with my friend Harvey. In the last 2 weeks, Eopyk has contacted 2 of my subs and friends. In Eopyk's video, he claims he was only contacting them to see what their positions were. Again, people, this is a lie. Here's the email to my friend Desert Laser, dated April 9th, 2011. It says, "Good day, Desert Laser. May I ask you why you are so close to Nuke and Diana? I know you're not a bad person, but as a transsexual individual who have witnessed their transphobia and bigotry, seen their misandry, slut-shaming against sex workers who do not agree with their ideology, and blocking of dissenters, and inability to handle critics, I can't see what you see in them, and paranoid accusations from Diana on her critics with no evidence or proof." Well, you know what, Eopyk? I think all of these messages are now proof. And I saw your comment in of Diana's paranoid rants. It is her 60-plus video attacking Divinity and now also attacking Coughlin. And Coughlin made a response, and there he puts the link to Coughlin's video. So please hold a critical ear when it comes to these people and their accusations against people. Be critical because they're faulty, and she and Nuke are just living in a constant loop of trying to be victims. I am myself hated because I am a critic of radical feminism ideology. But anyway, all love to you from me, Jasmine. A few days later, on about April 15th, my other new friend, Angry Punk Pixie, told me in Blog TV that Eopyk had also emailed her, but she had thrown it out. However, this is what she recalls the subject of the email was about. This is Pixie's message to me sent on April 18th. He was talking about how you play victim and throwing stones at glass houses and how sex workers are liberated by choice and all that stuff, and something about ancient Sumer or whatever about female sexuality and all that stuff. Well, Angry Punk Pixie had to finally block Eopyk. So now let's handle this transphobia nonsense. The radical feminist position has already been covered by many videos. It's so simple, I'm surprised it's so complicated for most of you. The point is to remove the gender binary. Being male or female is oppressive because in our society, femininity is equated with being less than. This is why radical feminists want to get rid of gender and just see people as people. If you really think my comment on Grishno's vid at the beginning of this video was displaying transphobia, then you are a total idiot. You manufactured this drama like you do with all the other drama you create. You follow me around, take what I say, twist it to suit your agenda of making endless amounts of drama and videos, and count on people to be silent because you are a mob. Now, Eopyk, I know you managed to send this shit out to other people, and your video where you ramble off only the last 5 weeks of messages doesn't convince me, nor should it convince anyone else that you don't do this regularly and haven't been doing it since March of 2010. I've just shown that over a span of a year, you've been obsessed with me and following my new subs and friends around, as well as my comment exchanges. And I'm only reading the messages of the people who came forward. I think now you've been exposed for the shit-stirring group of people that you are. And by group, I mean you, Divinity, BobChaos, and your entire crowd of monkeys. If I were you, I'd stay right clear away from me and my friends. You've been served. Cold. And one last thing, Eopyk. You were exposed by Harvey. Do you know why? Because you sat on your video and gloated like the drama queen that you are, that you knew that he had all these messages and that you had some sort of tacit agreement with him to keep this drama and all your friends, Divinity and Bob and all these people going. And guess what? My friend realized that the most important thing here was to stop you and your mob. It's actually Divinity in the mob. You're just part of it. You're just one of those little henchmen running around doing her dirty work. Well, you've been exposed. So don't PM Harvey. Don't go after my friends. Just stay the fuck away from me, you creepy ass fuck.